Sean Hibbeler. How's it going, brother?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me. We can prove that it's not a globe.
But I mean, like,
that's
extra
been done.
land, like you were saying, like
extra land. Yeah, I mean, that's again with extra land. It's there's certain things of speculation. Like for me personally, no offense, but a glass dome above us, that's pure speculation, man. That's me. It's my opinion. That's pure speculation. Okay. For all we know, it's literally an ocean above our heads. That's all we know. Yeah. An ocean. Now, an ocean above our head would be level, just like the oceans below. So that, again, that's just my opinion. But in terms of speculations, more land is speculation, but it's more. It's the most probable one that I've ever seen. It's like no matter when, where, and what, I can never sit here and be like, there's more land 100%. I can't do that because I can't go there and check with my own eyes. I trust myself, my own eyes, but I also trust my gut. I trust my instinct. I trust some ancient cultures and their history or their maps or, genuine stuff that's not really was government controlled, just things that were just there. Like, whoa, why would this even exist? Yeah. So when you start looking into it a little bit harder, man, it's perfect timeline. They find more land. They have to tell. See, that's the thing. One of the laws of the universe that you can't break is, I mean, the created realm that we're in. This is created by our creator. Yeah. But one of the laws, unfortunately, they use this for evil. They use their magical universal ways to do evil things. Mm-hmm. They mastered that system, unfortunately, for bad. When it should be for good, it should be for peace, love, and harmony, but they're not using the universe and the spirits above and the heavenly bodies. They're not using it for good. They're using it for bad. Unfortunately, what they do is they do it in a way where they have to tell the truth. It's just the law. It's the law of mankind, even to these pricks that are running this world and destroying it, because we all know who they pray to. So that whole dark world, but they have to tell the truth is one of the laws. So yeah, maybe they did just push Admiral Byrd on the TV and say it, because guess what? Consent. When you turn your cheek or when you don't recognize the truth, and if you recognize the truth, you better do something about it. Yeah, you better do something about it.
That's what I like, bro. That's what you're doing, man. And that's why we jumped on the podcast.
Yeah, another thing too.
Get it, man.
Never limit the creator. How dare anybody limit the creator and its creation in a sense of, there could be more land because what does it say 7 continents in any Bibles? I've never seen that. So
I was gonna ask you, bro.
I've never. I don't know. You guys probably know the Bible way better than me. So
no, it doesn't.
I've never heard of 7 continents.
One question I was gonna ask you, bro, is because I watched the Next Level and I was like, for all my Christian viewers out there, is there any Bible verse that you've heard of though that would correlate with the extra land? I mean, I haven't. I know that there's like. I've seen.
Why is it? It's only extra. Listen, brother, it's only extra to us because they never told us.
Yeah. So
it wouldn't be extra to the creator.
Oh yeah.
It was already created. It was already here.
For sure. No, I was just wondering if you had any kind of Bible verse.
No, because there's none that say that there's only 7 continents. There's none brother. That say there's no limit. That's my point. When I'm not saying you guys, but there's some Christians that they come at me like, it's like. Why do you want to place yourself in a snow globe and say this is all there is again? Doesn't that sound like the globe to you? This is my opinion, man, but like a snow globe sounds like a globe to me in the sense of you're trapped. There's nowhere to go. Even if they release it mainstream, Flat Earth goes mainstream in 10 years from now, it'll be that damn snow globe. They still want people trapped. They don't want you free. They don't want you to go explore. They don't want you to go set up somewhere else, leave this dictatorship behind. They don't want that. So I think that's why mainstream Flat Earth, the mainstream, Netflix documentaries, all this crap that they were promoting, especially in 2017, 2018, it was all snow globes. And most of them were just floating in space on top of it. It's like that, we don't, at least for me, I know for sure 0% of anyone that knows the Earth is a stationary plane. 0% of those truthers would ever say we're anything floating in space. None of that exists. That Big Bang, that's all Big Bang. Yeah. I try to tell people, you live by that holy book. I got much love for that. That's great, but understand it then. And don't act like you can have this holy book and a Big Bang Theory. I know you can't. No, you can't, brother. That's what a Catholic priest did in the 20s. That's the
unholy trinity right there, bro. The heliocentric, the Big Bang, and evolution. And that's the thing, man. And then, the Invincible College, the Rosicrucians, they came out with the dinosaurs. There's a lot of stuff that, as viewers, we're going to get into. We haven't done a show on that yet.
Once you know you're the center of the universe, once you know you're not moving, once you know, it's not about believing. We got to get away from this word believing. Yeah. That's another B. You don't like the other B word? That one's worse. I'm sorry. Yeah. Stop believing things. These are things you can know. There's ways you can know almost everything besides if there's more land in Antarctica and how much more land they're hiding in the by the north, the center of the earth, the North Pole. So, why are they hiding it? Well, it's kind of, again, speculation, or also kind of obvious. If you look at the word extraterrestrial, all that means is extra land when you break down the words. So they're telling you, again, consent. It's consent. We told them there's more land. No one ever did anything about it. So they put a treaty in place. So no one can go there and explore. You can go there for 20 grand and see some penguins and go home. I'm talking about like us three being like, yeah, let's get in the ship and let's go wherever the heck we want on God's earth, right? This is God's earth. We can go wherever we want. No, you can't. So there's a reason for that. And if you think it's protecting penguins, go ask the Amazon rainforest how they feel about that, because they're just slaughtering like 18 trillion pigs this week. It's like, but those penguins though, for sure, we can't let you guys go over there. I mean, it's like, come on, we need this treaty abolished, because once people find more land, it's over. This satanic system's over. There is no more globe. There is no more heliocentrism. Copernicus is proven fraud. Galileo's proven fraud. They figured it out. It starts with the children. We might have to wait 100 years. No, they didn't. They waited until they had their next game plan. They found more land. They're like, now we really can't let anyone know, because they'll just leave. What are we going to do? They're like, we got to speed this up. Get Walt Disney in here. They got everybody. What are we going to do with it? This is legit.
Yeah.
Get everybody in. What are we going to do? Well, what they did was they started NASA.
Yep.
They started NASA. We're going to the moon in 10 years from now. And 10 years, Walt Disney, it's all he did. Outer space, Magic Mountain, going to the moon documentary. That's all they did for 10, 15 straight years. People love the new TV that just came out. Thanks, CIA. So they run to the TV. They go, what is it? Some outer space thing. They're going to the moon. And then eventually NASA comes out and they're like, yeah, we're actually going to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no one ever talked about more land again. And that was it. Just that
and
BS.
It sold people so hard, bro. They sold people so hard, dude, that it was a bait. Bam. They were sold. Like every single person was just focused on the TV. It was like a perfect timing. It's like the devil, man. He's set, man. He's just, man.
The TV changed the game for the devil. And just like when he married the church with the state, it just changed the game. And that's just like, you can feed anybody anything. After 8 minutes, your subconscious kicks in, and you could think you're smarter than that, and you're smarter than television. It still will get you. People fall asleep to this thing. They leave it on.
Hey, guess what, everybody? We came from a Big Bang. It's literally a Catholic priest said that. So when people said, like, oh man, this has been around for thousands of years, you guys are crazy flat earthers. I'm like, no, this just started, man. Like, and you didn't have evidence then. And you don't have evidence now. At least you tried in the last 30 years to have evidence, but it's all been garbage. We've taken it all apart. It's all there. And that's why I tell people, like, don't research flat earth, because they already took it over. You have to be smart about these things now. We can't just be telling people to research certain topics. They are. You go on. Make sure first you go on YouTube before you research flat Earth. I'm sorry, before you recommend anyone researches any topic.
Yes.
Research it yourself and hit search, because remember, not everybody knows the trick where you got to sort by upload dates and all this crap just to get maybe some genuine content on topics. Yeah. But unfortunately, it's you can't research flat earth anymore, like you used to. If you're against the Muslims, you're against all the other things that are going on in the world. If you have any rebel blood in you against a tyrannical government, it's a perfect time to watch this, because If they can get by with all this crap they're doing now and everything they did in September of 2001 and everything else you could think of, then of course, this is the biggest one of them all here. This opens the door for everything else that you could possibly think. Well, I don't know if you ever said, I don't know if they would do that. Well, once you know this truth, you'll go, oh yeah, they would definitely do that. And now you see differently. You see through the truth, and truth is connected to love in my heart. I love the truth. I love to know the truth. Who wants to be deceived? Who likes that? It's like so many people, in my opinion, like they just eat it up. They love it. Like, no, man, NASA found 7 planets yesterday. Oh, dude, don't tell me you're one of those conspiracy guys. And it's like, what? They found 7 new planets. Can you prove that? It's on their website. I'm like, I can't talk to you. If that's all you need for these evil people to get your complete consent into their fairy tale BS. It's like, look, some people it seems like they can't be helped. Oh, if the earth is flat, then we see the sun at all times. I'm like, are you still using your 93 million mile away gigantic fireball from hell, this thing that they created that's supposed to be so far away, and you're never supposed to look at it, you're never supposed to care about it, you're supposed to put cancer causing crap on your arms before you even let it absorb on your skin? The sun is right there, and it was designed for us. It's here for us. Some people even think that's actually the portal. Yeah, I've heard that before. If you're vibrating high enough, and I'm not knocking JC, I'm just saying some people say that it's to get through the Son of God, meaning the sun in the sky. That's the highest form of vibration that you can have. When you ascend, you go through the sun, and some people now you're with the Creator. So, or you're in a different realm. Or see, here's the thing for me. Unless someone actually passed away 24 hours or more and came back and said, this is what I just experienced, this, that, and the other. And even that's just their word. So it's hard to ever grasp exactly. I think we can all admit we don't actually know exactly what's going to happen when we ascend. We don't know. I don't think any of us, no matter what, at the end of the day, know everything about everything. But at the same time, it's like you can't ever knock love and compassion and people that are trying to grow with truth and knowledge. And there's a lot of truth and knowledge in the Bible. So and it's a great guideline. It's a book. This is the way you're supposed to live. This is what the evil is trying to do. It will try to do. This is how you prosper. It's brilliant. And I think we're living through some of these things. So when people, act like the, they're atheists or something, it's like, really? I said, even the people that you think are atheists, like your leaders, they're not atheists. They're only praying to a different God, their God. Yeah. Okay. Which is Satan. Yeah. So why would they be worshiping something that's the enemy of something that they want you to think isn't real, and you think it isn't real? There we go, bro. That's a brilliant thing to do. I try to tell people, bro. I go on shows that are Gnostic or like, they're like, dude, let's expose the Freemasons. I'm like, don't you understand that the Gnostic religion? That's what the Freemasons are, bro. They're worshiping Satan. Maybe it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, once you're in the club in general. The club that we talked about earlier, then we don't want to be in that stupid club. But if you're in the club, even by mistake, you got to go be a Mason. That's my opinion. That's why it's like, oh, you're popular now. You're number one on the charts, or you're this, you're that. Go do your thing, and I think you want to keep going in this. If you want to keep doing this money thing and this fame thing, you got to keep going up those levels. And I personally stick. I personally believe that you do, just like you said. I believe that you. In a way, like the way I would say it is like, Jesus, how the devil brought Jesus up to the highest mountain and said, hey, these kingdoms can be yours. I believe that there is some type of transaction with Lucifer or Satan where you make some type of pact, because I've seen it with witchcraft and sorcery where they make pacts with demons. I believe when you get high up there, you're going to make a pact and you're going to get the temporal world, right? You're going to be able to get anything you want in the temporal world, the Lamborghinis, the women, whatever. But when you pass away, you're going to be with me, I would say, in hell, but you're going to be a general in hell, or you're going to be higher up.
So I believe there's some type of, I don't have proof of this. This is Josh
they
Monday.
probably copied that.
This is Josh Monday just speculating, but this is stuff I've learned from people that did witchcraft, sorcery, stuff like that, where the demons were telling them, look it. But obviously the devil's a liar. He's a roaring lion waiting to pounce. He's lying to you guys, so make sure you pay attention to that too. That's why you see these stars. This is the biggest
lie that the devil's ever told.
Yeah.
The biggest. It defines who you are. And you're like, oh no. No, it defines who you are. If you maybe not your conscious, but if your subconscious is in fear and it thinks a meteor can come in any moment, you're spinning out of control, you're in space, you're whirling and twirling and there's other creatures up there possibly, all this stuff, it's in your subconscious and it's keeping you in fear, and that's the highest form of disease. Is to be in fear, that you're going to get yourself sick and ill over this, and you don't even know why half the time. It's because you're lost. Your mind is not, you're not connecting with nature. You're not connecting with Mother Earth. You're not connecting with the Creator. You're disconnected from all of that, and that's the worst three things to be disconnected from. I'd rather be disconnected from the internet than be disconnected from nature, from Mother Earth, or from the Creator. If you're on the fence and you're not sure, I mean, that's what these are for. I made these specifically for anyone on the fence. If someone's completely closed-minded, put it this way: if you think a human being walked on the moon, I'm not talking about Michael Jackson. That was a real moonwalk, and that was brilliant. I'm talking about men hopping on a moon. If you actually are like 100%, that's 100%. Don't watch my films. Don't watch my films. I don't want you to. I literally, at this point, in this day and age, in 2022, and everything that's been going on, don't watch it. It's not. This is not your time. Maybe another lifetime, if you get another chance. Not your time. Anyone that is against the system, anyone that knows the system is evil, anyone that knows that they all worship Satan and they're pushing these evil ways, they're trying to ruin God's creation. Understand that in the Bible, I don't remember it talking about other life forms, other planets, other anything. We're special in that book. We are this earth, this created earth, this water, this land. That's what God's talking about, nothing else. Now, yes, there might be extra land, but either way, this is the creation. There is nothing else. You live in the basement of God's creation, God's universe. We're in the basement of it. Everything above you is rotating like a perfect clock. That's why your grandparents saw the same stars as you, their grandparents, and I can keep going. You get the drift. All of them saw the same stars. All of them know that the eclipses were, they had machines. Ancient people had technology and machines unheard of today that could predict the eclipse. No, only NASA can do that. What are you talking about? It's been going on for hundreds and hundreds of recorded years, probably thousands of recorded years if you believe all history. But it's the point of, without their ball. See, that's the thing. It's a little kid. You're a little kid. Remember, audience, it's not your fault. You were taught this at a very young age for a reason. It's not an accident. They don't start teaching the globe as freshmen in high school because there'd be a lot of natural flat earthers anyways at that point. A lot of critical thinking at that point. But when you're 4 or 5 years old and someone's shoving a globe in your face, globalism 101, man, that's just like, hey, you live on this thing. Well, why aren't we falling at the bottom? Gravity. What about gravity? And the kid's like, okay, well, I'm going to go play and don't care. And then they regurgitate it, take a test. You got a D. You get in trouble at home. Go back to school and get an A. Try harder. What's trying harder? Memorizing the bull crap. Memorizing. I gotta get an A. You finally get an A. You're so happy. You think that's real forever. You think that's the gospel now. You got an A, you worked your hardest, and then you got second grade, and you got third grade. Then it's over. Then you don't go back. That's that Santa Claus as a kid. You take Santa away, the kid's crying, defending it. He is real. What about last year's thing on the computer? You said he was GPS. But once they actually find out Santa's fake, it's like, oh man, okay. Well, now I won't get jumped to school. Great. So it's like, it's a win-win. But the problem is the parents are uneducated. They're I won't even say uneducated. Sometimes too much education. There's way too much indoctrination there. But they're indoctrinated. They don't know. Their parents didn't tell them, and their parents probably didn't tell them either, that there is no ball. So they had told everyone, hey, there's no Santa, right? Everybody had, I don't do this. I would never do the Santa stuff with it. If I don't care if I have 20 children in my life.
Yeah.
None of them are doing the Santa crap.
For sure. Me neither.
But because of the world we live in, I don't mind presents. I can't stop that. But at the same time, it's one of those things where, you know, I don't want to follow any mainstream anything that's pushed in our faces. There's a reason for it, and I'm gonna look the other way. And the globe is everywhere. Every TV show you watch, every movie, there's just a globe. No one has a globe in their house like that. Like, what are you talking about? Never seen it. I used to be a salesman years ago, going 20 people's house a week for years. Saw 0 globes in my life. So, but they're planted in movies and shows and this and logos and everything. Since you were a kid, everything's global this, global warming, global this. That's all. It's repetition. And again, you moved on with your life. You're not back in. You're not going to go back to a topic that's universally accepted by this spherical world that we live on, bro. You know, everybody knows that. It's like, yeah, but it's a lie. It doesn't matter if it hurts you. You have to give your ball back.